I wonder what Frankie McDonald's doing right now. Hopefully he's...
Is he doing a weather forecast?
Well, everybody's been telling me that it's going to rain for 3 days. I'm like, I know. I'm outside now.
It's
Thank
going
you.
to, like, spritz off and on for 3 days. It's not going to be, like, torrential downpour.
Like, today, all it did was, like, spritz, mostly. It didn't get that heavy even once, really, but it's just annoying. Because I'm in and outside all day long now. We're cleaning up the shit for the open house and bullshit. And little did I know, sawdust and rain, not a great mix.
No?
No.
What? Like, to breathe in?
Cleaning it.
Cleaning it?
It's annoying as all get out.
Yeah.
Breathing it in already sucks ass. I'm going to have to get I need a KN95 or something stat for tomorrow. Maybe I can find one at like CVS or something. I'm sure I could. This is riveting talk, but...
No, man. Like, I know everyone's, like, allergies and, like, the shitty air quality coupled with people getting all their back-to-school colds is, like, making it that much harder to get through the day.
I almost brought that up when you talked about the back-to-school colds lately because the last 2 weeks in a row, I've been beaten over the head with allergies lately.
Well, it's ragweed season, so fucking strap in.
Ragweed, more like fucking... What a dragweed.
Oh, there it is. I thought you were going to take it
Honka
somewhere
honka.
else.
Nah. It's just, I really do not miss, like, having a face full of everything the moment I'm outside and just, like, snot, and it makes me a miserable prick.
That's another reason why I like to leave for work, like,
Somewhat early.
way earlier than I need to because it's still somewhat cool outside and the sun's not out yet, and I can, like, escape before the air quality gets too bad.
Oh, that's one thing I forgot to bring up on the super secret bonus episode Patreon feed that we recorded. Patreon.com/IRRANDILL. $3 a month. You get a second podcast every week. We haven't missed one Patreon once. Not yet.
How many patrons do we have now?
Patrons? 24.
Yeah. Okay.
I just checked not that long ago. Because I underestimated. I think it was one of the last times you weren't here. I underestimated. I swore it was like 12. But Dennis was like, it's more than that. And I looked at it, I was like, oh, it's double. So that's pretty cool. A couple dozen people, I can
Hell
say.
yeah, brother.
Not bad.
A couple dozen.
Yeah, join them. Join them and listen to our antics off. In fact, we even took a call from a special guest.
Ooh, yeah. First time, long time.
Yeah. I always forget.
Or whatever those people say when they call into radio shows.
Long time listener, first time caller.
Yeah.
Long time, first time. I forgot that this recorder and my old one too, it has this attachment right, or this plug-in right here. I have a Bluetooth adapter in my house that plugs into that, and it Bluetooths directly to the phone. So if somebody does want to call into the show live on the air, hint, hint, one of us can take, in theory, of course, take the call, and the Bluetooth routes it directly into the recorder, and what the person on the phone hears is what the microphones hear, and we hear in our headphones what they're saying. So it basically acts as like a soundboard for the phone itself via Bluetooth.
What an age we live in.
It's so easy to do. You just have to connect right to the little adapter. I got it for when I used to do thank you. Me and Matt split the cost of the little adapter for one episode. And then I just have this adapter ever since, and it's been sitting in my house.
One podcast trash is another podcast treasure.
Yeah. I mean, maybe we could do a live call-in show someday. Maybe when I get that second phone or this upgrade.
We're not a live show, so we would have to have like people ready to call in on specific times. Otherwise, they won't know.
It might be fun. It might be fun to just say like, "Hey, we're gonna call you tonight after whatever time."
Yeah, outgoing calls might be more successful.
Or yeah, because if they call in and we're like in the middle of a conversation, they would have to jump in or something. I don't know. It doesn't. It's fun to workshop ideas live on the air.
Yeah, right. What else we got to talk about?
No, a couple things. like I was saying, I forgot to bring it up earlier. This is the first year of my entire life where I am looking forward to a drop in temperature
Because of work.
because of work and now fashion. Not just for looks, but utility.
Yeah.
Like when it's first of all, it's I would say I think I have it dialed in now that the perfect outdoor temperature is 60 degrees.
Yeah.
Because
I would even go into the 50s as long as it's sunny out.
as long as it's sunny,
If
for
it's
sure.
nice out, I could do 50s.
Yes.
I've always gravitated towards fall weather for as far as like clothing I own. Like I was like joking with my wife the other day, like I had my closet door wide open and like all my fall stuff was like still racked on the hanger, and I'm just like, soon. Like soon I'll get to dress like a normal person again. I won't have to wear like t-shirts and shorts like a fucking fifth grader.
Flannels, jeans,
Because for work it's one thing. Like I could put on like pants and like a polo shirt
jackets.
for like so many weeks before I'm just like, all right, like this look is fucking tired. Like
Or
I want to put on like my actual clothes.
or like a hoodie. I understand why children love a hoodie no
Well, I
matter
live
what
with
the
a woman
weather.
who puts the thermostat at like fucking sub-zero all year long, so I wear hoodies around the clock when I'm indoors.
Yeah. Like there's something about just like the weight of the hoodie and like just how soft it is and stuff. Like I understand why people want to wear them 24/7.
Yeah.
But there's a line.
Also, I teach middle school boys who wear
Nothing but
nothing but
that.
fucking hoodies with like shorts and slides.
I get it. I get it. That's
It's like you look like a fucking hungover college student who's like late for class.
I had to run out to Acme last night or the night before, and it was hoodie and shorts weather, and I was like, this is it. This is the ideal.
I
shit.
thought it was hoodie and shorts weather on Sunday. We had a show on Sunday
Right.
at Nikki Lopez, which is the new name of the Pontiac Grill or Dobbs, whatever you know it as.
On South Street?
South Street. And I'm just like, it's feeling a little crisp outside, and it was midday. So I'm like, okay, because I'm at home. We're doing some, well, not spring cleaning, I guess fall cleaning, you should say.
Yeah.
And we had all of our doors and windows open, and I'm like, had the Eagles game on. I'm like, it's finally feeling like fall. Like football's on. We're putting up our fall decorations. Like it feels crisp outside. I'm gonna wear a hoodie and shorts. Like I made a definitive wardrobe choice leaving the house to go to that show. And within like an hour of like standing around like inside the show, I'm like, bad idea.
Mhm.
Like I'm sweating.
Gotta take it off.
And like I hate the sweating through your undershirt and your hoodie feeling.
Yeah.
Because it feels like all that heat's trapped.
It is.
And
yeah.
I'm just like, this is gross. Like I had a t-shirt in the car. Like I had to go change because I was like, I felt like a fucking scumbag.
Wait. So you put on the hoodie raw with nothing underneath it?
No, I had like a
just
shitty,
an undershirt.
like
I
white
see.
undershirt shirt. Like it wasn't a shirt I could like wear as like a regular t-shirt. Like it was like a ratty fucking white undershirt.
Yeah. My whole life, I've never, ever been an undershirt guy. But I guess it's because I don't sweat like that.
I'll wear an undershirt under a hoodie if I know the hoodie is like my primary like wardrobe choice.
Even if it's cold enough out that I know I'll be wearing the hoodie all day, I'll still wear whatever the hell shirt as my undershirt.
No, something about the insides of hoodies and like flannels too. Like I'll wear a t-shirt. I'll either wear like a heavyweight t-shirt or just like a shitty Hanes undershirt at the least. Underneath
Right,
like a button down or a flannel. I can't have my nipples fucking brushing up against fucking dress shirt or flannel material.
Not a chance.
And I'm not a wife beater guy.
I dabble. It depends. I like it when it's hot enough that it's all I have to wear. Like if it's hot enough that I could probably get away with a sleeveless shirt.
I have all my
I'll do a
homemade
beater.
sleeveless shirts that I've like cut and ripped the sleeves off over the years. Like I just have my collection of like knock around like sleeveless shirts.
That's the other thing.
It's like I'm not gonna buy a pack of wife beaters when I have like old band shirts and like cool shirts that I've like turned into sleeveless shirts.
Yeah, when a band shirt starts to fit just poorly enough that you're like, all right, it's time to lose the sleeves.
Yeah. Hey,
like
give it a second lease on life, man.
It's true. I've held on to shirts for years longer because I cut the sleeves off.
Hell yeah.
it makes it impossible to get rid of that shirt if you ever need to sell it. But fuck it at that point.
I was never a shirt seller. Like I was never a merch flipper. I can count on probably like one hand times where like I've had something like never with the intent to flip it or sell it, but I've had other people be like, "Oh shit, you have that shirt? Like I'll buy it off you."
Mm,
And I'll just be like, "Okay, like
sure, whatever.
fine."
It's a fucking shirt. I
And
was all in on.
I've given away more fucking rare merch that I've had than I've sold, which I know is stupid, but I'd rather just give it away to somebody who I know would appreciate it.
At this point in my life, I think I would too. Like if second
So much cold world merch I probably could have fucking made a king's ransom off of.
you could get a down payment for a new car with all those. To like
But rather than sell it to some rando online, I'd rather give it to a friend who I know is going to be like, "Oh shit, thank
right
you."
like second all time greatest listener Steve Greathouse. Like I know of a couple shirts that I just did a cleanse this past Sunday of all of my drawers, and I have probably God, it has to be 50 or more shirts. And I was like I was liberal as fuck with it too. I was like this doesn't spark joy. Time to this doesn't
Dude.
put my hand on it. This doesn't spark joy.
Marie Kondo had me reevaluating my entire like setup in our bedroom because I have my side of the room where it's like a full-fledged dresser with like shirt drawers, and we have drawers in our bed frame too.
I also have that
And
lifesaver.
then we each have a closet on each side of the bedroom for like
That's
our
nice.
respective stuff. So I'm just like, okay, like we started watching that Marie Kondo show when it first came out, like probably when we first moved in together. That's how long ago it came out.
It was a long time ago.
And I remember being like, I've never applied that to my stuff. I've always been a hoarder.
Yeah.
As someone who's like fucking collected tons of band merch and never throws away even like my nice clothes or even like donates it or, you know, packs it away somewhere, I'm just like, I've got a lot of shit that doesn't spark joy. Like, I'm gonna go to Walmart and buy a bunch of fucking like big ass fucking storage bins and like get to work. And I had to go back to buy another storage bin because the two giant ones I bought
filled up.
weren't big enough.
What do you do with those bins?
So
They just sitting somewhere?
we have well, because we both like purge our shit on the regular now. So whatever I can't donate, like stuff that I know I can't part with, like stuff that I know like I just want to put this in storage because I'm gonna want to revisit this someday. We have, I mean, my parents have tons of space in their house, in their garage, and they just like give me free reign of it.
Well, that's
So I'll
nice.
stash all my stuff there.
Because
Once
fuck paying for a storage unit.
yeah, I did that for 1 year, and I'm like, this is useless.
Never again.
She'll take shit to her parents' house because she lives way closer. We live way closer to her parents,
Than
so she'll
yours.
take shit to like their basement, and they give her the basement the way my parents give me their
The
garage. But they're like, as soon as you size up with your house, and you get a basement or a garage, like you're
Get
taking
it the
all this
fuck
shit
out.
back.
Oh, then it's going to be real. Then you'll really start to be like, maybe I should sell this shirt.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, if it's band merch, I'll just get rid of it. I'll either give it to like I'll bring. You can ask like the guys in my band. Like, I'll just bring like a bin of shit that like I purged out of all my drawers,
I miss
and I'll
having
just drop
that.
it on the floor in the middle of band practice. And I'll be like, whatever you don't take, like I'll just take to like I'll give to Goodwill.
I miss having that platform, I'll say, to like if I was playing a show, I know my band would have a merch table, and I would just have a bin.
Yeah. That's
$5
that's a good
any
alternative,
shirt.
Yeah.
Like just
And I
just take it, get it the fuck out of here. I don't care what it is. I don't care what
And I take
year
good
it
care
is.
of all of my band shirts.
I-
I take care
I-
of all my stuff in general, but like
I
all my
baby-
band shirts, there's no rips, there's no stains, there's no holes. Like even my stuff that's like a lot older, I've always taken good care of, and I make sure to like wash it properly and like
and
there's-
drying.
yeah. There's no. I don't think I have aside from the shirts that I've cut because they're like my knockaround shirts
Right.
now, or like a sleep shirt. I like shirts that I wear on the reg, like when I go out to do stuff. Like I could definitely resell or give away and like have them not be an issue.
That's what I was just about to say a little bit ago. I was all in when Merch Swap was a thing on Facebook. Remember Merch Swap?
I do. I just never had the motivation to do it.
I did.
Same reason I never had the motivation to set up like what is it, like a Depop store where you can like flip
Now.
your clothes. Like if you have like fashionable stuff that you can flip. Like I've never had the fucking drive to do that. Just because I don't feel like mailing out shit. I don't feel like dealing with strangers on the internet.
Now, because of my time, like I served my time in war with Merch Swap, Facebook Merch Swap, and I was also in a band at the time that had merch. So I was like the keep track of merch and mail out orders guy. So the post office is
can't
no
do it.
problem for me.
Can't do it.
I don't give a fuck. I will. If somebody buys something on my Depop, it'll be in the mail the next morning because I want it gone that bad.
I might hate the post office more than I hate the DMV.
Do you have a printer?
That's a scorching take. At work, I have a printer.
That's a perfect opportunity. All you have to do is print the label on a piece of paper and tape it to the thing and then you just put it in your mailbox with the flag up and they take it for you.
Yeah.
You don't go to I haven't gone to the post office in over a decade.
Again, I know this is not a difficult process. I just don't have the motivation to do that little bit extra on top of like my regular work day and like other shit that I do.
I understand.
I'm not taking pictures of like all of the shit that I'm trying to sell.
That's
it,
the worst part.
With people online, and
you have to write a copy. What are the measurements of that? What is it printed on?
I'm good.
See, now because I was in my 20s when Merch Swap started and was like on fire on Facebook. I got used to those people. And I was that guy. My body was like in between large and like something else, kind of medium, kind of not. So the measurements of a shirt or what it was printed on would directly influence if I could or couldn't fucking wear it. Right. So I would have to ask the question sometimes. And for the most people, that's annoying as fucking shit. Being like, I don't know what the fucking measurements of it. It's a Gildan t-shirt. Google it.
Yeah.
Like fucking Google the shit. I don't know. But yeah, because I still feel like I have a weird body shape. I have to be really picky about stuff sometimes. So now,
I am super picky nowadays because I've always fluctuated between a large and an XL.
Same.
Like I like snug fitting stuff to a point.
It depends on what it is.
It depends on what it is. It depends on and it's like at this point, like I'll just go for an XL. Like I'd rather have a roomier fit and not like gamble on getting a shirt shipped to my house and then trying it on and it's like fucking skin tight.
Right. Especially now that I'm bigger and I'm not between large or XL anymore. I'm strictly XL with everything.
That's kind of where I'm at now. I just wear an XL and if I get an XL that's roomier than I'm used to, like fuck it, like so be it. Like it'll be a normal XL after a couple washes. I'll purposely dry it in the dryer for like a regular hot ass cycle in the dryer so
that it becomes perfect.
So it becomes like a regular XL or like a roomier large.
On off the top of my head, I can only think of one shirt that I have that I think is like it's so roomy that I like when I put it on, I know I'm putting on a roomy shirt that day. But I have the frame for it now, so I don't care.
Right.
But before I would go so far as to like not wash in hot, never put it in the dryer, hang everything, and to the old merch thing, because shit shrinks so much when it's old, I would go so far as to get it out of the washer while it's still wet and stretch the shit on the ground.
I never did that.
I would
air dry everything except like underwear and socks.
Yeah, same.
And like gym clothes that I didn't like need to worry about fitting a certain way because all my gym clothes are like dry fit shit.
Right.
So I can
that shit doesn't shrink.
Put that shit in the dryer for fucking hours and nothing happens to it.
Right. Hoodies, never dry them.
No.
Because I don't want them to lose that softness.
You want an XL hoodie to turn into a fucking medium? Put it in the dryer.
But the inside starts to pill.
Yeah.
And I don't like it as much.
The outside starts to pill too.
That too, sometimes.
Depending on how fucking hard you beat it up when you wear it too.
Yeah, that's a big thing. And like it's just
that's
hard.
The number one giveaway of a fucking dirtball is the fucking pills all over their hoodie.
it's hard to be precious with shit, but that what you said is the worst part, taking pictures of everything. I have a laundry basket with shirts folded, and I have stack this fucking high, like multiple stacks of shirts that I need to take photos of now. And every day this week,
I'm all right.
every day this week so far, I've found something better to do.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
That's
I
the thing,
really
like,
don't
I don't
want
come
to.
home from a long ass day of fucking teaching kids and fucking whatever the fuck else I had to do that day to like answer a bunch of emails from a bunch of like weirdos like, yo, that fucking integrity shirt, like what are the measurements of the neck hole? Like fucking suck my neck hole.
Bite
Like,
me.
Yeah.
Give me some neck hole. Know what I'm saying?
You want some news?
I would like some news.
Hold on. Why's my dad texting me? He's just liking a message I sent him hours ago.
Rick Murrow, because just being the
big fan of
coolest
the
dude.
show.
Oh, before you get to that, actually, speaking of merch, I have to bequeath to you
The
the Garfield 9/11 shirt.
911 slices of lasagna.
Yes,
I'll take it.
Bill Durant, shout out to him, messaged the show's Instagram with a seller online is printing a version of that shirt, and he sent it to us collectively to be like, hey, heads up, this is coming out. And I was like, bro, look at the thumbnail of episode 151 or whatever. I was like, 151. I was like, I literally have that shirt on in that photo.
Is that proof that Bill's not keeping up to date with our episodes? That's fucked up, Bill.
I think it is.
Thought you were a true one.
Sorry, you work on a laptop, man.
Yeah. What else do you have to do all day?
Soft hands.
Do your job. You could just fucking space out listening to us gab about fucking God knows what. Okay. Are you ready to hear about a plane passenger stabbed by a child with a fork during a 14-hour flight?
If I wasn't, I am now.
So, talk about a rude awakening. As a mom slept peacefully while aboard a flight, her young daughter decided to grab a fork, get out of her seat, and stab a passenger with the utensil. The moment was captured in a now viral TikTok.
Really?
I'll send it to you when I get service.
I would love to add that to the clip that I'm going to make of this.
Absolutely. In the video, a little girl in a pink dress stands in the aisle of the plane holding the fork. A passenger urgently tries to get a flight attendant's attention, stating, quote, "She's over here stabbing people with forks," end quote.
She's over here.
Quote, "She just randomly stabbed me with a fork," the woman holding her sandal in the air told the flight attendant. Quote, "I'm going to fuck her up. I don't know whose kid that is. I'd get her. I'm going to smack the shit out of her."
The little girl's like, we outside.
In a follow-up video, the social media user revealed that the girl's mom had slept through the entire ordeal.
Oh my God, classic.
Which I find hard to believe, but whatever.
It sounds like a little. Oh, I
My
don't know
flight
what
anxiety
happened.
is too high to sleep during a flight, let alone be in a deep enough sleep to sleep through like an altercation between people.
I can't even fall asleep in a car that good, let alone on a plane.
The video shows a flight attendant going over to wake up the mother as the little girl stares at the woman who is still holding her sandal in the air. When the mom woke up, quote, "She ain't do nothing," the user said in another video.
Another classic.
Quote, "At this point, we feel like the mom was probably tired and definitely wanted somebody else to watch her damn kids," she said.
Not my child.
This is definitely some not my child shit.
Girl, I hear that.
Additionally, the passenger claimed that before the stabbing incident, the little girl was, quote unquote, terrorizing another customer by messing with her TV remote. That flight passenger eventually moved seats because of the disturbance.
Oh man, this kid is a fucking gremlin.
Quote,
A goblin even.
"Girl definitely came over there and stabbed my sister," the woman recounted.
Oh God.
Quote, "I don't know what to say. It was in between, do we jump her or do we beat the mama up?"
Was this a flight to or out of Atlanta?
Yo, fuck Atlanta airport. That airport fucking stinks.
I've heard it's the worst one in the country.
I'd want to stab somebody if I was stuck at that airport too.
DFW's not great either. But
I gotta lay over at DFW in December. I'm not looking forward to it.
if you sit still, it's probably fine. But
It's like a 3-hour layover, so fucking God help me.
Anyway.
The woman clarified that, quote, the whole situation occurred during a 14-hour flight, making it all the more frustrating. She was terrorizing us for almost 7 hours on that plane, the woman claimed. We never heard anything from the mom as far as sorry, thank you, or anything like that towards us or towards the flight attendant. This 4-year-old is a menace.
End quote.
End quote.
Fucking. Dare I say.
4-year-olds be fucking poking people up on flights now, man. Ain't nobody safe.
Dare I say she's forked up.
This is where the applause or the Farouk button would come in handy.
I know. I miss him.
So, post 9/11, are you allowed to have real kitchen utensils
no,
on a flight?
I think they have to be
Or is
provided.
it probably No, that's what I meant. Like, are you allowed to give out real, like,
I don't
silverware?
know. Damn, they've probably got it. They have.
Because if you could penetrate somebody's skin with a metal fork or even like a butter knife, I'm sure you could still do some damage if you were motivated.
A serrated butter knife will still at least scratch and be really annoying.
I'm assuming maybe it was a plastic fork. It didn't.
It's
say.
got to be. It has to be. I think they might only even give you a fucking spork. Who knows?
A shitty kid who has no idea what they're doing could probably still poke you up with a plastic fork.
Yeah, pokey.
Because yeah, the one time I got put in first class by default, because coach was oversold.
Oh.
It was the only reason I got first class.
Yeah, I've never been.
I was on a flight that was canceled, so I got put up in an airport hotel for the night, and had to fly out first thing back to Philly next morning, and that flight was oversold. But the person at the counter was like, "It's just coach that's oversold, so we have to put you in first class." And I'm like,
yeah.
"Why are you saying this to me like it's a problem? Like, fucking let's go."
What if you were like, "This is outrageous. I want coach. I want 3 seats."
It was my only experience ever with first class, and I was like, "Oh shit! Like I'm in a chair that's actually built for like a human being, and this Stouffer's lasagna that you're serving me tastes like a fucking 5-star meal right now because it's not a bag of fucking pretzels with like a half punch cup full of Coca-Cola.
Yeah,
like, you're actually giving me the whole can.
Can't do peanuts no more. You know why that is?
Yeah, these fucking kids.
Because of the fucking liberals is why.
These fucking liberal kids with their fucking Tylenol.
That Tylenol shit is so funny.
They're eating Tylenol, not eating peanuts. Yeah, I feel like even when I was, when I fucking stumbled into first class, even the utensils there were plastic. Because it's not like they give you real food even in first class anymore. Like I said, it was the equivalent of like a fucking TV dinner lasagna they gave me. And shout out lasagna.
Always shout out lasagna. I've listened to so many comics and so many podcasts and people who travel all the time being like, "Oh, first class is just how we should be, how every seat should be."
Yeah,
they just treat you like humans.
Yeah, exactly. Because even when you walk past the first class section to get to your shitty seat in the back, it doesn't look like anything luxurious. It's just a normal.
There's just
seat.
a chair. It's a chair.
Yeah,
like a lot of people's cars have seats like that.
Yeah, it's a normal. It's like a car seat. It's like a leather seat, and it's like normal person sized. It's not like a little fucking like scrunched up like stadium seat like what they have you in coach.
Yeah.
And the food they serve you is like slightly more edible than like the slop they give you on a long flight in coach.
If you even get it.
Yeah, because I've been on long flights in economy where you still only get like snacks. Like at best you'll get like those Bischoff wafers or like the pretzels. And maybe if it's a long enough flight, they'll come around a second time and give you like the leftovers they have.
Yeah, and it's been so long since I've flown too. I can't recall more than a couple times them even.
The first time I flew when I was a kid,
coming
like
around more than once with drinks, let alone food.
Yeah, the first time I flew anywhere when I was little, it was our the first flight I had been on, and we were just in regular economy seating, and we got, I think it was like a real meal, like it was still like it was like a sandwich or like a wrap or something, but it was like an actual meal. It wasn't just like a bag of some fucking shitty snack. Now it's like, you're lucky to get that.
Yeah, I would be very content with a bag of pretzels though. I do love a pretzel and a ginger ale.
Yeah, I mean, I I don't
Depends on how peckish I am.
I don't mind getting fucking shorted on like the little amenities that used to come with flights. I just wish seats were normal. That's the only thing I want on a flight is a
Yeah.
seat that I could be comfortable in.
Yeah, I've had to muscle through so many uncomfortable rides. Like why do?
Our flight to New Orleans for my bachelor party, I remember one of my friends that was with us upgraded us to business class. Because first class it would have been too expensive.
Yeah,
It
it's
would have been like, it would
thousands.
have been like an extra like couple $1,000 for all of us. So he was like, I can upgrade us to like business class for like a couple hundred. I'm like, that would be mighty fine of you, but like, don't think you need to do that. And he's like, fuck it, and like swiped his card, and he's like, we're business class now. And then like the one stewardess knew it was a bachelor party, so she was like sneaking us airplane bottles. So I was like, fuck yeah, like
That's pretty
this flight
cool.
rules. And that was cool. That and the default first class flight was super cool. And I'm like, this is how flights
Should
used to
be.
probably be all the time.
Yeah.
Like you were given like cocktails and like real food and like you could smoke on the plane.
I was I have a distinct memory of seeing an ashtray on a plane.
Well,
When
the
I was
little
young.
armrest ashtrays were like
Yep.
the little flip up like in car seats back in the day.
Yep,
Yeah.
cars too. I have a distinct memory of those, and I was like, oh, it's just like a car.
Yeah, but it's like I don't think I've even in the rare occasion where I've been sitting comfortably in a normal seat in a plane, I've never felt comfortable enough to fall asleep.
No, like I was saying, it's hard enough even in a car.
Yeah, I can't sleep in a vehicle that someone I don't know is controlling. Like I'll always have just enough anxiety that like, oh,
Mhm.
this plane might crash or this car might crash or this bus might crash. I can't sleep comfortably knowing that like I might not wake up.
The only thing I can even do to mitigate that, if I'm so tired in a car that I'm like, I have to try and catch some Z's, and I'm not the one driving, I have to be able to lay back in the passenger seat as far as I can and cover my eyes with like a shirt or something.
Man,
I learned that from going on tour and being and
I can't
and
sleep in the van on tour.
I'm like
I
that
was
in the
never like
van.
that.
I cannot sleep, and that's why I do most of the driving on tour too.
Every time I read or see a story about this band was on tour and their van flipped because someone fell asleep at the wheel or they
It's
got
at
hit by
night.
somebody, it's at night, and I'm like, I'm never gonna sleep in a van ever again. Let alone sleep in like the death trap of a fucking loft that somebody has in their van. Like I could never do that.
I can't even count how many people I've known who've been like, oh, I sleep so good in the loft. The loft, like, or they're like planning on how they're gonna build. Like, this is where we'll sleep up here. I'll be like, that's where you'll sleep,
Yeah.
not I. And if
If that van flips over in a car accident, you're sleeping forever if you're stuck in that fucking little crawl space.
let alone the fact that you're underneath of all of your equipment
Mm-hmm.
and
Fuck
belongings.
that. I would rather ride. I'd rather drive or ride shotgun and force myself to stay awake, just to know, like, to have the peace of mind that like we're safe.
Yeah, like
And I know Jeff's a lot like that too. And when Mike is with us, helping us drive,
McGinnis.
he's like that too.
Yeah,
So we
he's
have
a
enough,
road dog. So
Yeah, we have enough like
you guys
long,
have
long stretch drivers in the group to like keep
what a
it safe.
what a
But
luxury.
But even when like Mike is behind the wheel or Jeff is behind the wheel, who are two people I trust fully with like being responsible van drivers,
Yeah,
I still can't sleep. Because again, it's like the age old like, what your mom and dad tell you when you go out driving for the first time. It's like, it's not you that I don't trust, it's
It's
everybody
everyone
else.
It's other people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and it's like, I mean, there's a lot
I mean,
of truth to
yeah,
that. I don't
fair
wanna
enough.
Be on the Pennsylvania Turnpike at 3 a.m. and some fucking drunk just fucking plows into our van for no reason. Like,
or even worse, like some trucker on fucking his third no dose, like
yeah.
starts to drift into the lane, and you have to you swerve because there's a gut reaction, and God knows what happens or some shit. You have 4, 5, 6 people sometimes in the van, all this merch, all this equipment, and that's a lot of weight. God forbid.
that little wheel jerk is enough to fucking send you off to the races, man.
Or if God help you if you have a trailer.
Fuck that.
I've never had to tour with a trailer,
I
but
toured once with a trailer, and I never spent more money on gas than that
I
fucking
can't.
stretch.
I can't even imagine.
That was a stretch that we did from PA to Miami, Florida.
How
And
long?
It was like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah, we did.
Down and back?
Yeah.
I'm curious the routing.
It was PA to North Carolina to
Shitty drive already.
Yeah, to Georgia,
Also shitty.
to Daytona, to 2 shows in like southern Florida. One was in like
Also shitty drive.
Yeah, of course it was. One was in like Coral Springs or like Boca Raton, like that area, and then Miami. And then like a 19-hour drive to Richmond
Oh,
from
God.
southern Florida.
I do not miss the Florida drives.
No. And then I think somewhere else before we came like home.
It was a
But
tour.
that was one of the worst tours ever because we had that trailer, and this is before gas was like awful, but it was still pretty bad because it was around like the holiday season. I remember it was like right after Christmas, and the trailer was just like dragging ass, and we were pumping fucking full tanks of gas just for every couple hours.
Oh.
And it was awful.
Yeah, in a van, that's hundreds of dollars.
Yeah.
How many gallons? Jesus Christ.
And that was back when like we were all in like our early 20s and like didn't have real jobs yet. And
Oh,
was, like,
yeah. Money is everything.
$200 was like your fucking, that was like your money for like the entire tour.
Right.
And when you weren't making money at a show or getting paid what you were owed at a show in some town or city that you weren't familiar with, you're like, damn, like, are we going to have enough money to put gas in the van like and eat tomorrow, or are we going to have to like choose which one to do?
I didn't think about this until right now. My first tour I ever did.
I know this is like first world problems, but
my first tour I was ever on in 2011, I had to have my girlfriend at the time Western Union me $100 because I was so out of money.
yeah.
I think she did it through Walmart, and I think it was before Walmart had like the Walmart Pay thing or whatever, and it was either a Western Union or like a money order, like through them, and it was like $100.
Yeah, because this is before like PayPal and like obviously Venmo, but even before PayPal was a thing, or like a commonplace thing.
Right, PayPal was definitely a thing, but it was like only for using eBay.
Yeah,
pretty much.
Yeah, it was only for like buying stuff. Yeah.
I don't even think they had P2P payments or shit yet. I don't know. I just didn't even think about that, but I just know that I was like strapped.
I was still in college, so I was on winter break. So it was like this winter break, like we're gonna go on like a real tour. We're gonna like go out and like not see the world, but you know what I mean. Like
get out of your hometown,
see the coast, and like,
it's amazing.
Go up and down the East Coast, like hit some places we haven't been yet, and like really fucking road dog it. I'm not trying to sound like we were fucking Black Flag or anything, but it was a cool first experience like on the road like that.
Yeah,
for being like 21, 22 years old,
dude.
Again, like being already a fucking broke college kid. On top of the fact that like we bit off way more than we could chew, taking like this big ass fucking trailer on the road for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Oh my God!
We were way in over our heads. I don't know how the fuck we were able to afford like getting home.
Plus,
because there were a couple of nights where we were like, let's pool our money together and get like a jar of peanut butter and a loaf of bread, and like that's our breakfast, lunch, and dinner for the next couple days until we get like a good payout at like one of these shows.
Right. And you probably have no guarantee or something back then. You book it all yourself.
By the time Bose helped us book all the
Thank
stuff
God.
that, like we didn't know further down south. Like he helped us out at least with like finding legit promoters and shows, which helped us.
Or like we did good in merch finally.
Yeah, and once we got down to Florida, a label that we were working with that was putting out one of our records was based out of Florida. So they all came out to like obviously like watch us play the one show that was close to them, and like they threw us a couple bucks to like
Good.
actually like they actually took us out to dinner that night, and also like gave us a couple bucks.
What a lifesaver.
Put us up. The one dude's condo was like it was in like this gated community, had like a pool and a hot tub. He was like, you can crash here. So like that one night there was like just enough to recharge us to make that 19-hour fucking marathon haul to Richmond the next day.
Nights like that are what it's all about.
Yeah.
On those DIY like young.
Yeah, they took us to some like bar and grill place. It was like nothing fancy, but like we felt like we were eating at the fucking Tavern on the Green.
Yeah, it may as well be fucking Fogo or not Fogo, but like Capitol Grill at that point. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it was like a burger and fucking it was like a equivalent of like an Applebee's basically, and we were just like, this is the best meal of my life. And
even though like 2011 to 2015 is the brokest I ever was in my whole life. Even though I was sometimes working full time, even though I had no bills or whatever, I would save up to go on tour, spend it all, and pick up the pieces and figure it out later.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't trade that for anything.
And our show, and this is why I'll never say anything bad about Down to Nothing.
I would do it all again.
I know Dennis likes to fucking make fun of every band ever.
I
will never say anything bad about Down to Nothing because that Richmond show we played was with them. And I had known, I had like crossed paths with David, the singer, a bunch of times, and like we just that like at shows that like they would play up by us, and like we made like small talk, and like I remember like we knew each other on like a first name basis and like shot the shit whenever we ran into each other. And when we played that show with them, I remember him like when during their set, like he shouted us out and was like,
"That's nice.
These guys are like legit good people. Like they always look out for us when we're up by their way. Like, and they're in a little bit of a pickle right now. Like,
it goes a long way.
Sometimes, like he's like, we know it all too well going on the road and like shit kind of going pear shaped. So."
Shit going pear-shaped is really funny.
If you guys don't mind, like stop by their merch table and like check them out. And like we probably sold a half decent amount of merch because of him
a shout out like
riding
that
for us. Yeah,
even a shout out like that. Even if you sell 3 more shirts, that's such a fucking
and
big
like
difference.
I always when I'm ever in a position to do that for somebody else, like I'll always do that.
You have to pay it forward.
Yeah,
because it can make the rest of the next few days for them, especially a couple of like hood rats just on the road. And I almost forgot, God help you if you have to get the van fixed.
Yeah.
Now I know McGinnis is like really handy with stuff.
He is.
It really pays its dividends to have somebody in the band who's a good mechanic.
The first Sunburster van was the old bench press van. Did you ever see the OG bench press van?
No.
The Jenny Light van. So Genesee, the beer company, I think somebody at Cold Cuts originally bought that van from a beer distributor that was basically like selling off like their old like
fleet
distro vans, and it still had like the Genesee logo on like the side of the van, and I think Bench Press bought it, toured in it for however many years it lasted for them, and then we bought it off them, and we got maybe like a year or two out of it before it like really fucking shit the bed. We were driving to Baltimore for a show, and one of the
isn't that the worst when it's like not even that far, but you're like, let's get in the van.
Well, we were on 95, and one of the tires blew out, and we're like, cool, like this is exactly where we need to be right now. We're on the side of the road, not even knowing if we're gonna make it, and
hour 30-minute drive, fucking worst.
And it's just like we don't have a jack or anything for the spare.
No one's got spare. No one's got AAA.
I had my AAA card, so
I have one too.
Yeah, I'll always have a AAA card. I'll never not pay dues to AAA just because I don't ever want to be caught out in the middle of nowhere fucking holding my dick.
One of the things I'm most grateful for that my mom does for me to this day is that she has a gold membership, and she grandfathered me into her plan, and
Yeah.
I will always have a AAA
That's
membership.
a guardian angel you'll always have in your
It's-
fucking back pocket for sure.
It's saved my ass, I think, at least 3 times
Yeah.
in my life.
It saved us that day because dude showed up with like his actual like gear and
Like a floor jack,
yeah, like strapped on that spare tire like it was nothing.
Yeah,
And we made it in time to play that show.
that rocks.
But that was like the first domino of like all the things that went wrong with that
With the van.
Because that van was so fucking old and beat up. Had
I've-
like hundreds of thousands of miles on it.
I've heard tell of the agitator van from back in the day. It was such a piece of shit that they had to literally tap the starter with a wrench to start it and shit. Like, it was like that.
Yeah, I don't think we ever had it that bad with the Jenny van, but it had gotten to the point where like a lot of shit was like rigged.
I filled in when Molly was drumming for them. I filled in for a weekend for them one time, and it was right when it was Friday, Saturday, Sunday. The Friday show was in Philly, and they had to drop because the van finally died.
Yeah.
So I last minute, just like I did on a cross check tour later, I was like, you know what? Everybody jump in my RAV4, and we'll do the rest of the weekend in my car.
Right.
Because that van finally died.
Yeah, that van that van finally died. I want to say Jeff was the last person to like have like ownership of it, and I think he sold it back to somebody at Cold Cuts. And I want to say whatever band Will was doing after Cadet.
Oh, I don't even know. Well, I thought he Will Schaefer.
Yeah, Schaefer.
Wasn't he in like some kind of like
He was doing
Irish
some
band or
kind-
something?
He was doing some kind of like Deftonesy style
Oh, okay.
band after like Cadet stopped doing anything. I think it was like him and a couple guys from that band just doing something even more like in the vein of Deftones without even like being subtle about it. And
Hey, let's sync Hardcore Records again. Poor band. Poor
you,
Vince.
love you, Will.
Yeah, Will rules, honestly.
And I think it finally died like on Will's watch, like the second time around, because when Will was in Cadet, they split. No, I'm wrong. It was when Will was still in 10 Ton Hammer. All the members of 10 Ton Hammer and all the members of Sunburster split equal cost and ownership of that Jenny van.
Wow.
And then Will ended up taking over after Sunburster initially stopped doing shit and 10 Ton Hammer broke up for the first time. Will just took it.
That van really made its rounds, huh?
Yeah.
It's funny. The
Like
first
bench press took it on like multiple like real tours.
bench press was from Western PA.
Yeah.
I thought so.
Yeah. I know Skip's like straight up from like the fucking backwoods like mountains.
I wanted to say they used to rep Pittsburgh or some shit.
No, they weren't that far west.
Okay.
They're like
But they're in the sticks though.
yeah, they were
Okay.
like fucking legit mountain people.
It seems
Super nice dudes. Like
I
not
think-
trying to say they're like fucking
No, bench press rocks.
they're fucking Appalachian fucking hill people or
No.
anything. but
They're regular.
I mean,
they're regular hardcore guys.
Yeah, they're super good dudes. Always a good hang. I know they haven't done. I don't think any of them have done anything since bench press split up.
Yeah, I wonder.
I know Skip had his like one like hip hop project that he was doing.
Okay.
I
I have a distinct memory. I think the
rest of
first
them, I couldn't fucking tell you.
the first several times I met and interacted with Jordan Burke, he was wearing a bench press shirt. He used to love them.
Band was fucking great. Band was super good.
The first cross-check van that we ever had was also a retired beverage van. It was a cargo van, so it only had the driver and passenger side windows, no windows in the back, and it was a Coca-Cola van.
Okay.
So it was Coca-Cola red, and it had a slightly darker color. Or no, it was Coca-Cola red, and the Coca-Cola logo was black spray painted over. And we bought it from like a shitty, like fly by night, like car person
Always a good sign.
in like Bristol, PA somewhere.
Right.
And it took us on our first tour ever, and on our second tour it died in like I think it was like Day 1, it was dead for like the first day, and we had to get it fixed. And then day 2, it died for real.
Now, let me ask you: is this like a beverage van thing, where, say, like all the seats are horizontal?
Oh,
was your bench seat vertical? Was your bench seat like facing the other way?
That's the other thing. That's why we bought it. It had no bench seat. It was
Ours was all bench seats, but they're like the actual like bench seat where like in the middle of the van was facing the other way. So basically, like if you were sitting like the van door, like you were facing
rear. Yeah,
like
not a captain's chair, but it's facing.
Yeah, you were looking out the van door.
I've seen vans like that. I would have used one too, but no, ours was a straight up cargo van, so it had no seats.
Okay.
At all. So that was awful.
Ugh.
You want to talk about learning to sleep in a vehicle? On that first tour, I remember a drive. I was so tired, and but at the same time so nervous about being in a moving vehicle with no windows, no seat. I was laying, like, we had a futon mattress covered in blankets on the ground and almost no gear, and I had to lay flat on my back, and I was like, you know what? I'm so tired that if we crash this van and we die, fuck it. I'm so tired.
I don't know if I've ever been that tired. And
even if I
was in that Jenny Light van, I would never be able to fall asleep like that. I've white knuckled through so many drives in that fucking van, because even when I was driving it like super conservatively, I'm like, this may be the last ride I go on.
I think that was the last time I slept in the van on tour.
Because the last tour we went on in that van, it was us and 10 Ton Hammer. And I remember it was like President's Weekend in February, and like we got blasted with fucking snow that whole week. So the roads were already bad. And then by the time we got up to New England, there was another like big snowstorm like on the horizon, and we're just like, great. Like, we woke up, we played a show in Worcester, stayed over at our friend Phil's place, woke up the next morning, and there was like 3 fresh feet of snow on the ground on top of ice and snow that were already on the roads. And we had to drive to Connecticut from there the next day, and it was just nonstop fucking like slamming on the brakes, sliding on black ice.
The worst. In
like the most shitty falling apart van I'd ever fucking driven.
That shit.
Talk about things I will never do again. That's at the top of the list.
Experiences like that make you a man.
And this wasn't even that long ago. This was like 10 years ago.
That's long enough.
But yeah, but that's the thing. Like, I was well into my 30s and was still doing dumb shit like that.
Yeah, you're like you have
fuck that.
You have an existential crisis and shit. Like, what am I doing?
And the thing is, like, prior to that, that was the first van we owned outright. Before that, we would always rent a van.
So much better. We considered it so many times, but we'd be like, it's so expensive.
Talk about working backwards. Like, we're like, we could go to like the airport Avis and like rent a van for the weekend, and like I'll pay that convenience charge any day of the week to not have to worry about the van falling apart or being a road hazard.
I have a distinct memory that just scrounged up another memory of mine. When I knew Year of the Knife was going to be a big deal, was I was working at the co-op in Newark, and Garrett was still singing in the band. This is how long ago it was. Jess, who sings in Mortality Rate, was with them for some reason or another. She was just like in the area and did merch for them or something. So they stopped by the co-op, and they were like, yo, so I was like, what are you guys doing here? Like, because everybody was together. And they're like, oh, we're just showing Jess around, like, Newark. Like, we have a show tonight in Richmond. And I was like, oh, that's cool. They're like, what are you doing later? And I was like, nothing, actually. And they're like, you want to come? And I was like, yes, I do. And they had rented a van from Enterprise, which is right around the corner from the Newark Shopping Center.
Right.
And this was like, it was like before everybody was like finally sinking their money into Sprinters.
Okay.
But it was a newer, it was like the latest model van you could get before. Companies straight up don't make vans anymore.
Mm-hmm.
They only make minivans or sprinters. And it was like a modern, like nice van with like comfy seats and like chargers and fucking like those like vents that are like in every individual spot. And I was like, who's footing the bill for this? They were like, no, we are. We're renting it with band money. And I was like, oh, this is what I'm talking about right here.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like
For just an out and back show to Richmond and then back that same night. It was a Halloween show. Actually. And that dude Ace booked it. It was good.
Okay. We're good with the van we have now, but I would always spring for a rental over like some shitty wobbly van that like might not make it.
Nowadays, if I was in a band
that's
again,
what I mean. Nowadays, like I'm not going back to like some rickety old fucking rusty van that might fall apart.
I'll die before I go back.
I will like listen, like if you need me to foot the bill and you can pay me back later, like I'll do that.
We'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out down the road.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'll pay myself back out of the fucking merch box.
Pay me in installments. Yeah. I don't care. Like, I'm not doing it.
I want to know that I'm gonna make it to the next city or the next show like in one piece.
Yeah.
And
I don't want to see the pavement. I don't want to see the asphalt through the floor.
I've been there too.
No, I'm not doing it again. I won't.
I need like that convenience. Like it's just I don't know if that's like
convenience isn't even what you should lead off with. It's safety.
So, well, that's what I mean. Like I need
peace
that.
of mind.
I need that peace of mind. Exactly. That's the word I was looking for. Words I was looking for. Like I want the peace of mind that like I'm in a vehicle that's A, not going to be a death trap, and B, not leave me stranded on the side of the road.
I can't do it, man.
Nowhere.
I can't do it anymore. I'm a grown up.
Because then you're springing for a tow truck or a hotel or repairs just to fucking get to the next spot or to fucking eat shit completely and go home.
Right. And God help you if you're not near like a shop or something.
Yeah, and like what if you're in the fucking deep south? Like fucking miss me with all that shit. I'm not trying to go to some fucking like dirt mechanic down the street and get like talked at by some fucking hillbilly like it's gonna price gouge the fuck out of me because I'm some fucking city boy. Exactly.
Like who even knows? Pep Boys.
You hear so many fucking horror stories about that shit.
It's true.
Because like your van will never break down like a block down the road from your house.
No, it's
gonna break down when you're in the middle of like fucking like South
somewhere.
Carolina.
I was about to say Carolina.
That smells like South Carolina, by the way.
Dude, it's been bad lately.
Jesus Christ.
They're all like small, like relatively small, but they're like lethal dosage wise. Where was I? Well, let's see. We've only broken down a handful of times and not lost the van completely. I always get sketched out stopping for gas in towns like that, especially late at night. Like super rural Virginia or like rural North Carolina or anywhere on the East Coast
Route
in
13,
the South.
Like going down like the Chesapeake.
Maryland?
Like, just Route 13 to get to like the Chesapeake like tunnel, like in Virginia.
Yeah. Is that not 30? Or 301, I mean?
I thought it was 13.
13 turns into that.
All right, so that's
I think. I don't
whatever
remember.
that long ass stretch is. The rural parts of that highway, that's not like actual highway, and it's just like you're driving through like actual towns.
Like when we went to Virginia and we.
So I mean, worse than that.
That's only like a taste of that.
That's what I'm saying. Like once you start seeing like, oh fuck, like I'm really in the South now. Like characteristics of places.
Like there isn't even McDonald's around here.
No. So I'm just like, okay, like I have to like I either am gonna run out of gas or I have to pull into like this fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre looking fucking road stop.
Fucking you hear the Deliverance dueling banjos shit.
And not only do I have to fill my tank up, but I gotta take a shit.
Yes. Always.
Yeah, like I'm hungry, I'm thirsty, like I need to like go into this place too. And like I don't look anything like a local. Like I
No.
look like somebody who's from New Jersey.
You look like a
and-
fucking alien
yeah.
to them.
So
You may as well be a tall white or
Yeah.
a fucking gray at that point.
So it's like it's almost like somewhat comforting to know like I'm with like 5 or 6 other guys.
Yeah.
And we could all handle ourselves if like something crazy were to happen, hopefully. But there have been drives where I've been on like that where I've been by myself.
That's no good.
That's no fucking good.
No, because I will say though, is like when you get into those parts of the country, and like it's happened when we got pulled over before too. Is like a bunch of guys, especially like who clearly don't look like they're from around there, all wearing black shit. Like what's all this going? If you pull they see the gear, you can pull the wear a band thing.
I'll tell you about the time I thought I was going to jail for sure.
I have a story for that too. They'll be like, oh, what? Then they always hit you with like, what do you sound like? And the default answer is like, oh, we sound like Metallica.
Yeah, just say like metal.
Yes,
like just heavy metal.
Or like what? Like Metallica.
Yeah.
So what's your almost gone to jail story?
So that same awful tour I was telling you about in the beginning,
The down to Florida and back tour.
Yeah, we were in the first fucking stop, not including the PA show we played. So like the first real show out
In North Carolina.
We played in North Carolina. It was like right outside
Memorable
Raleigh.
part. Okay.
But not Raleigh. Like it was definitely in like the sticks.
Was it Boone?
I couldn't. I mean, this was over 20 years ago. Couldn't remember off the top of my head. But the promoter. Well, let me backtrack. We get there, and it was like straight up like a Carolina metalcore show.
Mm-hmm.
We were like the one.
Say no more.
We were the one hardcore band that actually sounded like a hardcore band,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm like whatever.
No
like,
diss, whatever.
We'll play any show. Like
Mm-hmm.
a bunch of metalcore bands that are obviously drawing out. It was a huge turnout, and there was
some real from here on fucking early between the Buried in Me shit.
So the first band that goes on is this metal, big shocker, this metalcore band, but they do like a prayer circle before they start playing. And I'm like, oh yeah, like this is that part of the world. This is that part of the country where like
we're below the Mason-Dixon boys.
like the Christian metalcore like runs rampant down.
Yeah.
Here. Again, we're like cool, no judgment, like whatever.
What the hell was that? Talk about some Cornerstone Fest shit.
Yeah. So we're just like, okay, like it's the same. We always had the same mentality where it's like you're in someone else's home. You got to respect their customs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't fucking spit on the floor. Don't fucking pee on the seat when you go to the bathroom. Like that kind of shit. Like whatever they're into, like just be cool with it.
Yep.
Like you're not in fucking Kansas anymore.
It really teaches you how that life experience really teaches you a lot about being around like strangers,
So
even up here.
Despite being like the odd band out, like we got a good reaction. The promoter was super nice to us.
That's
like,
such a nice
He
feeling.
was like this total fucking hayseed Carolina kid. Like he didn't have all of his teeth. Like definitely looked like a fucking backwoods dude. But again, like because we were like, okay, like this is
you're the out of town guys. You gotta be respectful and shit.
We're your guests, so we're gonna be like super polite. Not that we wouldn't be. Anyway,
no, but it's like we don't give a fuck about nothing.
We're gonna be like overly polite and thankful and grateful of everything that we do, whether this show's a hit or it's a flop. Mm-hmm. And the guy was like, "Hey, man, like here's your money." And like we thought we were gonna do great all week because this guy paid us really well and also got us hotel rooms.
Oh, so you're like, oh, this band shit.
Yeah, like, this is easy. Like I do this for a living.
Yeah.
No, so he was like, yeah, he's like, I got you guys 2 rooms.
Fuck.
Up at like this fucking like Days Inn or
whatever.
Up the road. Whatever.
A
exactly.
bed is a fucking
It's
bed,
a bed
dude.
and a real shower.
A shower?
Yeah,
yes,
a bathroom that isn't fucking disgusting. Like cool. Like fucking say less. So we get there and band members decide to roll a joint, have a little sesh before, we fucking kick off and go to bed.
Oh no.
This is before I did like anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just like, I'm not going to take part in that. I'm going to get in the shower and call it a night.
I.e. like around the time that I was doing the road too, I was newly straight edge. So when people did shit, I was hyper aware of it too. Keep going. Sorry.
So, well, no. I was. I don't want to say I was ignorant, but I was just like, whatever. You guys do your thing.
Maybe ignorant in the literal definition.
I'm gonna catch a shower
Yeah.
and I'm gonna fucking put on Sports Center and fucking flop on the bed and just like fall asleep for a couple hours before we have to get up in the morning to do the next one. So, I vividly remember the shower didn't have like the big bath towels. So like,
they only had the shitty little ones.
Yeah, I'm coming out of the shower looking like I'm wearing a fucking loincloth.
You know what though? Like, not to detract too much, I love those towels.
Yeah, whatever.
Those are
they were clean, and there were enough of them where like I got one to cover up my junk, and I got another one because when I still had hair, so like I could still dry my hair off. I'm like, cool. Like,
I love doing the girl like hair wrap towel thing.
So
it just has a bit.
I'm walking out of like this like steam filled bathroom wearing nothing but like a fucking like mini skirt sized fucking loincloth around my fucking dick and balls.
The shittier the towel, the more I like it.
And everyone's just like chilling in the hotel room. Like half people are asleep, the other half are fucking smoking a joint, and like everybody else is just kind of like laying around.
Smoking inside.
Well, the windows were open. They cracked the windows.
It doesn't matter.
No, it definitely doesn't matter. And not only does it not matter, it's worse because now that smell's permeating out into like everybody else. So now someone is bound to have a problem with it, which they did.
That's how smoke
as I'm walking
works.
out of the bathroom,
oh boy,
and I'm like, great, like who could this be? It's like fucking 2 a.m.
Oh no.
North Carolina State Troopers.
That fast. Wow. Well, you know what? They got nothing to do. So.
They got nothing to do down there. They saw a bunch of fucking tattooed, weird-looking fucking out-of-towners rolling up into their hotel. They smell weed. That's all the fucking excuse they need to get us the fuck out of there.
And 20 years ago, weed is like not.
Oh yeah, it was still fucking taboo.
It was
especially down there.
Yeah.
So
learned that.
Here I am sitting with my fucking dick and balls like flopping out of a fucking little ass washcloth towel, sitting on the edge of the bed, like basically like I'm the only one who's like not getting searched because like I'm not wearing anything. I don't have anything with pockets, and they're going through our bags. They're making people like take them down to like the van to like let them into the van, and we had like a couple things of spray paint in the van, and they're like, "What are you doing with all that spray paint?" And we're just like, we stenciled our names on our road cases, and they're like, all right, we'll believe that. That's not what it was for. So the guy who basically got caught like with the joint in his hand, like the smoking gun, like when they walked in, took the rap. He's like, it's my joint, it's my weed, like nobody else is smoking, like it's mine. And we're like looking at him like, dude, you don't need to do that. Like, don't fucking. We can't afford your bail, let alone like. Doesn't matter. Like, this is gonna be bad no matter what.
It's a hell of a grenade to jump on.
Yeah.
Back then.
And so basically, the one cop who basically wrote him the citation was like, he's like, you're lucky I was the first one in here. He's like, because like these other guys, if they had gotten here first, like you would have all just gone to jail for the night. He's like, I'll give you the citation. You got to come back for your court date. He ended up having to do like community service and all that shit.
That is very similar to what happened to me when I got caught shoplifting in North Carolina on our first tour. Also, North Carolina. I was an out-of-towner, 2011. Yeah, it was in Rocky Mount, North Carolina. I was in jail for 9-10 hours or some shit. And I had to call my mom to bail me out of jail with a credit card. But like, long story short, like they do not play in North Carolina.
No, man, especially if you're an out-of-towner.
They hated me. And I had to go. Not only I got home from tour, I had to go back down for my court date. I think like a month later. And then they were like, "You're banned from whatever the fucking chain was." And what was my sentence? I had to do community. Oh, I remember what it is. I had to do a certain amount of hours of community service in my local area. I found out I knew a person with a farm that like somehow finagled the system that it passed along, and I did easy farm work, but I had to go back a year later for my second court date, and I had to make that drive. and just I was so fucking annoyed that I had
The
to
one
do
thing
that.
I learned very quickly, and the one thing I should have known, even at like a younger age, is like don't get caught slipping
Somewhere else.
somewhere else.
Yeah, because they love to throw a book at an
Let
out-of-towner,
alone the
dude.
fucking deep south, man.
Yes.
Those fucking Barney Fife motherfuckers do not fucking play.
That's such
Those
a good
state
reference.
those state fucking troopers will fucking take any opportunity to bust your balls.
They were dying for a reason.
And the thing is, like, we just hit the fucking lottery in the sense that, like, the somewhat more understanding guy got through that door first.
And who?
If it had been any of the rest of them, I believed what he said. He's like, he like leveled with us. He's like, you're lucky. Like, I'm the one who's like taking the lead here. Because if it were any of these guys, like, they would have just like fucking yoked you all up and just taken you down to the station, and you would have spent the weekend in jail. It was a Friday night.
Oh,
if
yeah.
you get locked up
no
on a
court
Friday,
till Monday.
You don't get shit till Monday.
Uh-huh.
He's like, you would have spent 48 hours just like sitting in the tombs with like all the other fucking drunks and lowlifes that are just like waiting to fucking see a judge.
You'll eat the bologna sandwich, and you're going to sit there, and you're going to piss with each other and shit with each other.
Yeah, I'm all good with all that. Like, again, something common sense that I should have known. But again, when you're like 21, 22 years old, you think you're invincible, you think you're above the law, you're out, on a big tour with like all your best friends for the first time, you think you can while out and like some shit doesn't apply to you, but it does.
I was to the number exactly 21 years old when I was arrested for that, and I learned that lesson once and once only.
And I also learned that night that like even though I wasn't one of the people doing the illegal thing, like if you're in a room with somebody doing the illegal thing, like
you're an accomplice.
Like you are guilty by association, especially when you're an out-of-towner and they don't want to hear an excuse.
We can get into homework after this, but my story, I was certain the whole band was going to jail because we after the first crosscheck van, R.I.P. Big Red, we had to replace it. That van we bought for I think $400 or $450, and Anthony found a 11 passenger, I think the size was, van on like Craigslist or some shit in Delco for like $850. It was bigger, and it had windows, and it had an air conditioner that kind of worked a little bit. You could see the floor through the you could see the asphalt through the floor, but
nice.
It ran pretty good.
It's like a glass bottom boat tour.
Yeah. But we got that van. I'm fairly certain it was that van, and we were in the deep south, and we had acquired, well, we bought a fucking fuck ton of fireworks. At I want to say it was State Line Fireworks on the state line between North and South Carolina. I'll never forget that place because of how cheap the fireworks were. Because that's how it is down there.
Yeah.
But we just had them in the van for like days, and every once in a while we'd play with them with each other. Pause. And we got pulled over somewhere in I think either Florida or Georgia. I'm 95% sure it's Florida now, but it was nighttime. There was no sun up, and I mean that's what happens at night. The cops pulled us over for something. It was some.
Probably saw you swerve like an inch.
No, it was something about the
tail light or something.
It might have been a tail light. It might have been something with like the plate, or something like it didn't. Maybe they didn't know how to. I don't remember. It was something really insignificant like that. I think it might have even been a brake light or some shit like that.
Okay.
But all they have to do is press you a little bit because they know we're not from there, and they know we want to act right. So they're like, "You mind if we take a look around?" And I was like, "Fuck." Take a look. So they kind of glanced in the windows with their flashlights and shit, but I just forgot that, oh, this is the South.
Right.
They don't care about fireworks like they do. I think, as far as I remember, I think fireworks were still straight up illegal in Delaware at that time. I don't even know if they're legal right now. They might be legal now, but that's they pulled us all out of the van. And they were just asking us like, "Have you guys been drinking?" And a bunch of us, I actually all but one of us were all straight edge, and we were like, "Absolutely not." And they're like, "What are you guys doing down here? It looks like you have a bunch of stuff in the van. Like we had all these bags because we had all our effects and like we had guitar bags and shit. Like they saw the amps, like you guys, like what do you guys do? Like we're a band, and that's when he pulled the. So what do you sound like? And
Yeah.
because Fink the guitar player was like, oh, we sound like Metallica, but like heavier. And he was like, oh, that's pretty cool. You guys get to where you're going safe and let us go.
That, like when they start making small talk with you like that, maybe that's like the first glimpse at like, oh, maybe I'm getting out of this.
Yeah, like
if
you kind of relax a little bit, but before then, all our hairs are standing straight up and shit. Oh man.
Again, something else that I learned the hard way, but
I was so the reason I was sketched out now I remember is because Fink had weed in his bag.
Okay. Yeah,
And
that'll do it.
They were pulling our shit out and have like just kind of glancing in our stuff. He had weed in like the small pocket of like the front of the book bag, like where the little stuff goes, and I was like, if they find that fucking weed, one of us is going to jail now. Because it wasn't like a joint. It was like a bag. And he had acquired it from somebody on the road somewhere. That's why I was sketched out. It wasn't the fireworks.
Don't do that.
No. But it was so close. I was like, fuck, dude. If they would have saw that, who knows? Because it's all flooding back to me now because I was like, we're in the fucking South, dude. They hate weed down here. And this is 2012, maybe 2013 by now. Yeah. It wasn't cool yet still.
That's the thing. It's still not now.
Yeah, it's still not great.
You get busted with weed down south now.
Anywhere below DC, really.
Yeah, that's the thing. Even though you can go to a dispensary anywhere within driving distance, like here, and like be on the up and up, like it's the equivalent of like going to the liquor store.
Yeah, as it should be.
Yeah, again, like as much as like I don't care either way. It's like, yeah, it should be legal. Like, who gives a shit?
Yeah.
But if you get caught with anything like that past the Mason-Dixon line, like they're still going to treat it like a Class 1 substance.
Yeah, like whether we like it or not, technically on the book it is a Schedule 1 narcotic or whatever the fuck it's called.
Schedule 1, yeah, not Class 1, whatever the fuck it's called.
In the eyes of the fucking law or some shit. Blow me. Man, I can't even count how many times we had like just bullshit with us. Like I had on one tour I had bought a BB gun from Walmart. For some reason I had the compulsion to buy a Red Ryder BB gun from Walmart.
You unlocked a memory for me with that.
I just had it. I just kept it.
This wasn't even Sunburster or
I kept it for years too.
Prior to my old band Deathbeds, me and the members of that band and like swap out like one or two people, we had like a short-lived power violence band that we did, and we only played a couple of shows, and we had this drummer, this kid Steve, who lived in, I mean, he was, again, we were still like in our 20s. Steve was like a little bit younger than all of us, still lived at home with his parents, and like that's where we practiced in his basement. And like it was like this typical like suburban kid's basement. Like everything from this kid's childhood and like his siblings' childhood was all packed away in the basement, like in storage. So we found a BB gun one time while we were like fucking around down there, and we took this thing with us everywhere we went. The handful of shows we played for like the one summer we were together before we evolved into a way better band.
Did your BB gun fall out of your trench coat on stage?
No. We would just take it places because we only played like we played JR's once. That fucking god-awful South Philly venue.
I remember JR's.
And I remember we played like this house party. Some kid in Westchester who had like this fucking, it wasn't like a squatter house. It wasn't like a punk house. It was like he still lived at home with his parents, but like their house was like it was like a fucking flop house. And his basement was just like this big fucking party basement, and we played this all day long like fucking punk show
in Westchester.
And I remember this, we were out in the yard and we were just taking turns like shooting each other in the shins with this fucking BB gun to see like who could fucking stand there and like take it.
It sucks.
And yeah, it fucking
sucks
sucks.
bad.
It sucks a lot, man. Fucking getting shot like within like a couple feet of someone holding that gun up to your shins is fucking brutal.
Now, was it like a full on CO2 powered BB gun,
Yeah.
or was it a? Oh wow.
Yeah.
Mine was just a Red Ryder like pump BB gun.
And then every practice, that BB gun found its way out, and like it would always be like whoever like grabbed it was like the fucking hunter, and everybody else was like, oh fuck, here we
go with the BB gun again.
Like he would always forget to like hide it before we all came over, because like if someone saw it, we'd be like, got the fucking BB gun. Like,
Was it a rifle?
Yeah, it was like the Red Ryder, like the fucking the pump BB gun. Yeah.
Are you ready to do some homework?
Yeah, I didn't do it all. Sorry.
That's okay. I've got mine and I've got Dennis's too. Do you need to pee?
Again, back to school. I've been fucking tunnel visioned with a lot of bullshit.
You need pee at all?
I can wait till we're done.
Okay, so the homework of last week, we had Brent and we had Johnny Katrowski on, and just
No me.
us two and Dennis and myself. So I guess I'll start with Brent's assignment, Andrew Santino's new stand-up special, White Noise. I did not know. I don't have access to Hulu anymore, so question mark out of 10. That's the only one I didn't do.
You don't have my login?
I thought that was only for Disney Plus.
No, you can get on Hulu now.
Motherfucking shit. Then I will do my review next week.
I also didn't get to this. Sorry.
So, well then fuck it then. Fuck it, we ball. I do have Dennis's review, but it's not much different. It's Andrew Santino, White Noise. See cheeseburger review and add a point. Doesn't tell me much, so I'll just do it later.
I always liked Santino. Like,
Me too.
I've always enjoyed his, shoot from the hip style, like during podcasts.
He's really funny off the cuff.
Yeah, and his stand up is good.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say good.
It's a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
You know what you're gonna get. It's
yeah,
good.
and like that's the thing. Like he describes it more perfectly than I could.
Yeah,
so.
that special was aptly named. So
Yeah.
I'll just move right along to his second assignment, Floating, Hesitating Lights. Let's see. I said, and then I said, interesting combo. The turned way up bass tone, while good, kind of overpowers the guitar a little. Not my favorite drum sound either, but it's working. Cough Choir is a cooler track than the first two. That was track 3. Props to the Exit Bag song. The only way I like to exit is making a bag. Overall, the tone of the record is dreary over anything else. Heavy is kind of second to that, which isn't a criticism. They also managed to hang out in the mid-tempo without making it boring. 6 out of 10. Dennis's report, Floating, Hesitating Lights. Blackened Depeche Mode isn't real. Blackened Depeche Mode can't hurt you. 6.5 out of 10.
I like that reference because usually bands that do that, I can't stand.
Right.
Like people who try to do the Depeche Mode or try to do like the Ian Curtis Joy Division sound over like, more modern sounding like how would you describe like the music, I guess?
I don't know.
Like modern day new wave. I don't know.
Yeah,
Even though it's not new wave at all. But I mean, this was enjoyable considering my disdain for the Depeche Mode babies that were birthed over, the last 30 years or so.
Yeah. I'm looking at you, Nuevo Testamento. Not really, the band's pretty good.
That's it.
That's not new wave, but that's the direction that Drowse was talking about heading into, was like post-punk, kind
Okay.
of like electronic driven. That's what eventually Violetta became,
Mm-hmm.
but then kind of disbanded, sadly, because they don't know how to fucking get together and be smart.
Yeah, I get it.
That band was going to be good. But let's go on to John's assignments. The first one, I guess it's Gillian Carter or Gillian Carter, and
I didn't get to this one either.
the record is called "The Earth-Shaped Tomb." Also, don't know what I was expecting from this, but this wasn't it. I'm gonna have to listen to it later because I don't vibe with this. I wrote this line the first time I tried to listen to it, and I just wasn't in a great headspace or mood. So I was like, no matter what I hear, I'm not gonna have a good time. So I came back to it later.
Okay.
Track 2 has harmonica. This is not boding well. They were doing cool riffs, but now why the squealing? This isn't something that'll grab me personally, but I do appreciate it. Some parts sound like Envy, but from America. 3 out of 10. Like the screamo band from Japan.
Yeah, and Envy was always one of those bands where they had so much content,
They do.
and like none
They've
of
been
it was
playing forever.
none of it was similar.
Yeah.
A lot like they changed it up a lot, which was cool. Like it's a good model to go by if you can like afford to do that. But it's like a lot of Japanese bands do that. Like look at Boris. It's the same thing. Like one album's like a super spazzy,
Look at fucking Coffins.
yeah. But like one album is like totally different from the other, and I don't know, is it a Japan thing, you think? Like
I suppose.
we just named 3 bands that do it to a T.
Yeah. It must be. If it walks like a, never mind. What was it? Oh, I saw Envy at the church one time in 2011.
Never saw them.
I saw them at the. They were opening for Touche Amore, so I left. But they were so goddamn good. And then I saw them again.
Never saw them live, but I can imagine them being like pretty outstanding live.
Back
They
then,
put on a killer show. Yeah.
back then it was unbelievable how good they were. I was like frozen with how good they were. And then I saw them do direct support for Deaf Heaven at Union Transfer. I think like 6 or 7 years ago. And they were still
That's another
good.
thing every Japanese band I've ever seen has in common is they do not spare a single expense. And I don't mean expense like monetarily. I mean they don't spare any effort towards putting on like an unimaginable live show.
That's Japanese shit because
Boris has like fucking blown me away every time I've seen them. Church of Misery. I'm trying to think of other Japanese bands I've seen that have just like totally fucking like made their live show an experience. Those 2 are the first 2 I can think of off the top of my head.
that's like samurai shit because everything in Japan that they make they have to do with excellence. That's like the whole
just
culture of the whole country.
Yeah, it's just in their fucking blood, man.
Literally, it is. Well, that's why they're so fucking good at everything.
Yeah.
Now, John's other assignment was the EP. What is
Majority
it? An EP?
Rule, right?
Majority Rule Emergency Numbers. I don't know what I was expecting, but this wasn't it. Not crazy about the second song. I didn't even dislike the instrumental. Wild vocals and drum parts, cool riffs too. I like. 7 out of 10. Is this screamo?
It's part of that like white belt grindy screamo from like
2003,
late 90s, early 2000s,
2002, 2001.
They kind of like towed the line between like just straight up grind and like more like, you know, whiny stuff. But Majority Rule was always like a lot heavier. It's like Page 99. Like Page 99 is like way heavier and like way harder than some of like the more like whiny shit that I never liked.
Many years when I used to listen to that show Axe to Grind, like that dude Tom Sheehan from Indecision constantly brings up Majority Rule, and like just because they used to do shit with them back then,
Yeah, they're
never knew what they sounded like.
yeah, their lyrical content is obviously like above and beyond their like their whole, I don't want to say gimmick, but like their whole like
Their shtick.
their persona
Mm-hmm.
was always really cool, and it was always like a lot more like dark and brooding than like the, you know, the goofier shit from that genre.
So you were familiar with this then?
The artsy stuff, I'll say.
Mm.
They thought they were artsy.
Mm-hmm. All right, well then we'll go to Dennis's homework, and it was a stand-up special was Nathan McIntosh, the showcase, which was for the Nateland Network on YouTube, and my review is very short. I think Dennis assigned this with blind allegiance to Nathan.
Uh-oh. You
I
didn't like it?
I liked him as usual, and I liked his material, but I did not laugh one time. 2 out of 10. I just sat maybe it's because I like him too much too, but I kept sitting there I watched it and was like I was dead set, paid attention to it, and I was just not laughing.
What is it? Down with Tech was the most
That's
recent
the
one. The
second
one?
most recent.
Yeah,
Yes.
second most recent.
Yeah.
That one was my favorite, I think.
Yes.
And what's the other one? Money Never Wakes.
Money Never Wakes.
That one close second.
Yep.
And yeah, like this one doesn't rank above those, but I didn't think it was bad.
No, it's still very much him, and like he's able to do his kind of yelling but not really yelling thing. He's the only person who does that style that doesn't bug the living shit out of me too. Something about like he really has like a recipe. I really like that dude, but I was not crazy about this weirdly. And his other assignment, this is the one I almost missed, the Fulci fluid split.
I mean, we got nothing to talk about. 2 perfect bands, perfect split.
Mm-hmm.
Both of these bands do what they do, and I got no notes.
Mm-hmm. Mine starts only on YouTube, 0 out of 10. I said might be my new favorite Fulci material, and it is definitely my least favorite Fluids material lately. Of 14 minutes, I wasn't crazy, or 14 minutes of that, I wasn't crazy about 7 of them being an interlude from one band to another. So I'll split my score right down the middle at 5 out of 10.
Is this Fulci material newer than their last record?
I believe so.
Okay, then
I think.
Then I like that.
Fuck, I don't actually remember when Tropical Sun came out. It might be older than Tropical Sun. I don't remember when Tropical Sun came out.
A couple years ago at this point.
Gotta be.
More than a couple years ago. Probably closer to over 5.
Well, I saw Fulci at Metro Gallery in Baltimore when Tropical Sun was new.
Duckface Killings came out last year, didn't it?
Oh, well, yeah.
So that's their most recent, like, full length. So this split's newer than that.
I think the split is from 2022.
Oh, okay. So then...
It may be in the middle.
How did I not know that this existed until I did the homework?
No idea. It missed me, too. I like both of those bands.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, those bands have been on my radar for years, and I don't remember them having a split. I thought this was new.
Same. No, it's from 3 years ago, I guess.
Oh, fuck me.
Right. Oh, and then I assigned 2 things as well. Did you get to either one of those?
Remind me what they were. Sorry, I'm yawning. That's rude.
My first assignment was the special Patrice O'Neal Live.
Yes, this I did watch. The Patrice O'Neal special I did watch.
Presented by Ali Sadiq on
Just
YouTube.
because it's Patrice O'Neal and he's my favorite comic of all time.
Really? He's your number 1?
He's my number 1.
He's like my number 4.
My like beginnings of like really getting into stand-up, not including like when I was in like middle school and high school and like watching like whatever HBO special was on, like the Chris Rock years. My like really getting into comedy was when Tough Crowd broke, and like Patrice was like Patrice was the obvious MVP out of that group. Him and Norton.
What was it, 01 to like 03 or something?
Yeah, and that's around the same time like Opie and Anthony were having them on as regulars, like so like Jim Norton, Patrice O'Neal, even early Kevin Hart, Geraldo, Bill Burr, like all those guys were breaking like all at the same time.
Yeah.
And that was when I was like legitimately like seeking out all of their material. And just that was back when you could download whatever the fuck you wanted. So you would find like just bootlegs of like this comic at this venue that like somebody had a fucking
that's so cool.
had a recorder on. So like I was just stockpiling like stand-up comedy and just listening to all of it. and Patrice was like the obvious standout star from that era. And then like he was getting HBO specials.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah, this was before Mr. P.
Yeah. So like you would see like I think this is prior to his half-hour HBO special.
Yeah, this is 04.
Yeah, because when Patrice, because I feel like him, Norton, and somebody else had their half-hour HBO specials like right around the same time, and that was like 05.
I was about to say, I think it's sometime between 05 and 08.
Yeah. So I think this predated all of that. I mean, I got nothing to say. It's Patrice. In my eyes, he's the best.
Dennis says,
a lot of it's material that he's recycled since then, but it was cool to see it like in its like workout stages.
Right. Dennis said that in his review. It's shit from his other specials. Still good, but I didn't see a reason to release it 9 out of 10. Well, the reason to release it is because it existed, and
like
Ali Sadiq just got the rights to put it on YouTube.
Yeah,
it was never been before. But like he told the Pepsi Cola rapist joke again.
Yeah,
and like that was an Elephant in the Room too.
No, that was in his HBO half hour.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but where he
talks about like cursing out the guy behind the counter at the bodega.
Yeah.
So like he has an alibi.
Oh, with the receipt.
The receipt. Yeah, that was all in his HBO half hour.
Yeah.
And I look at releases like this the way people probably look at like posthumous releases by like bands they love.
Yeah.
Like, oh, this is an old demo version of a song I've heard a million times, but it's cool to hear it in this like demo format I've never heard before.
I like that perspective more.
Yeah. I mean, it's Patrice O'Neal, so like I'm not going to shy away from anything that gets released to his.
Yeah,
especially now that like people are getting like licensing to put out more stuff.
Yeah, because those old fucking deals are expiring finally. Yeah. Thank God. I cannot wait until somebody takes over. They never will, but I pray for the day that somebody takes over Viacom's fucking stranglehold that they have on so many comedians' material because of Comedy Central. Viacom's the parent company of Comedy Central, and now it's Paramount Plus.
So is that why?
That's why that shit's
no tough crowd footage is available anywhere, not even on YouTube.
Right,
because for a while it was everywhere. Then none of it was available anymore.
So you know how Colin Quinn will do the occasional podcast appearance, and people will be like, "Dude, you gotta release Tough Crowd. You gotta release Tough Crowd." It was an early one. I think it was on Rogan or something else when he was like, "You know what? I never thought of that. I have the rights to that. I should totally release that. You're so right." And he was like, "Wait, are you?" It was Rogan because he was like, "Wait, are you?" He was like, "No, I don't have the, I don't have the rights to it. Or what do you think I would do with it?" I hope that deal expires someday because, like Dennis has said multiple times, he has like the playlist of like the YouTube, the Tough Crowd on YouTube episodes, but they're all different sounding.
They're not even on YouTube anymore.
Ugh.
I feel like that's one of those things that gets taken down like as soon as it goes up, because like I'll occasionally see like a mother load of it get uploaded, and then the next time I go to search it, it's not there. So. Did I ever tell you about? You can already tell like what time it is when you see shit like that happen.
Yeah. Did I ever tell you about the absolute angel that I found on Spotify who uploaded almost every Patrice O'Neal appearance on O&A onto Spotify?
Really?
As a podcast with no commercials?
You need to send me. You need to share that with me so I have something to listen to on the ride home. I would love to listen to that.
There are hundreds of hours of him on O&A on Spotify that I won't air it out on the air or whatever just for shits and gigs, but this dude uploaded it to Spotify as a podcast.
Shit.
And it's appearances from 2000. There's some from like 2003 to 2006 or something, and then there's a break, and then it's almost every appearance from 2008 until 2011.
Fuck yeah.
Like the last or second to last one was like the long retrospective that they did of when he died. They had like a bunch of his friends on. It was like it's like a 2-parter. It's great. I'll send it to you.
Please do. I'll definitely listen to that.
Dennis used to rag on me because I would just like I'd run out of podcasts to listen to, and I would just listen to it again, and I would just listen to it for like weeks or months at a time. And especially when I was working at Wayman, like at a computer, I would just listen to that at my desk in my headphones, just laugh my fucking ass off. Okay, well, he did not send me anything for homework this week, so I think we'll just assign each other something and take it easy.
Yeah, let's keep it light this week.
You want me to go first? I can.
Sure.
Both of these assignments, I would be remiss if I didn't bring it up now. So,
Okay.
the comedy assignment is going to be a Netflix special by Jordan Jensen. Just came out, called "Take Me With You." I won't spoil anything except for the fact that I went into it with low expectations only because it's like a sophomore sort of special and it's on Netflix. But man, it was worth the wait.
Okay.
And I would be remiss if I did not bring up this LP. And that's the new C4 record called Paybacks A Bitch.
Already listened to it multiple times this week.
I could not believe that record.
Well, we'll review it properly next week. I don't want to give away how I feel about it just yet, although I'm sure you can
tell. Like I said, I would be remiss to not bring it up on this show. If you haven't listened to that C4 record, listen to it. If you've heard multiple if you listen to the From Within podcast, or if you use Instagram and happen to look at stories once in a while, you've seen the album cover by now. Listen to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's your homework too. Josh, I'm looking at you. I know he'll listen to it anyway. Anyway.
All right, I got 2 heavy records.
Nice.
One's an EP, one's a full length. The first is an EP by a Euro band, but they sound like they're straight out of Cleveland.
Oh.
Band's called Hellbound.
One word?
All one word. The record's called Seventh Seal.
Oh. That implies the existence of at least 6 more seals.
That's a lot of seals. I just think of Dave Attell playing his recorder. Entertaining them.
So we have a birthday in the house. I want to watch that again just for that.
Just the end.
The special too.
Yeah, special's great, but come on. And
let's talk about something. 9/11. And what's the second one?
So the full length, I'm sure you've heard it before, but it's a new release from this year. I might have talked about it a lot already. And it's something that will just much like the C4 record, we'll just get into next week. Innumerable Forms.
Oh. Speaking of DFJ,
yeah,
I had no idea he was even in C4 until after I'd heard it 3-4 times.
I mean, he's in every great band.
The guy doesn't miss.
Yeah, I'm not surprised when I hear about him being in any fantastic band that is just fucking taking over the world.
Make fun of me all you want. Dude doesn't miss.
The album's called Pain Effulgence, by the way.
There's a lot of funny words on that record.
I mean, look back on any Innumerable Forms release, and most of the album and song titles are like, if it were anybody else, you'd be like, fucking try hard. But it's nah, man, it's DFJ. It's fucking cool.
Yeah. He has yet to miss in my eyes, so suck on it.
I'm trying to think. Has he ever been a part of something that I don't like?
Was he a part of Magic Circle or no? Or was that just Brennan?
That I don't remember.
I don't think so.
I don't know.
But yeah.
I mean, Mental,
the
Righteous Jams.
The dude's a savant.
Wrong Side.
Mind Eraser.
Which is my number one.
Oh, yeah. No Tolerance.
No
Unbelievable
Tolerance,
band.
Boston Strangler.
The Rival Mob. I didn't know he was in Boston Strangler.
Yeah.
I just re-listened to Fire for the first time in a while, like 2 weeks ago. It's okay.
What else was he in? probably missing a fucking fuck ton.
I think No Tolerance was my favorite for a while, but
Super overlooked too.
yes, Mind Eraser beats the shit out of them.
Yeah, Mind Eraser's fucking phenomenal.
I saw No Tolerance at this upstairs show. It doesn't matter. I shouldn't even bring it up. I don't remember what it was called, but they played. They were great. Oh, Bob Wilson's band with Tyler and Kyle Simpers played. That was very short lived.
That Vox Populi.
Vox Populi.
Yeah,
that's what it was called.
The venue. I was at that show.
I have my shirt. I have a No Tolerance shirt from that show.
It was No Tolerance and Waste Management played, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yes, they did.
Yeah, I was there. Great show.
Was it Off the Tracks? I don't remember what that. No, it was before Off the Tracks. It's something with an S. I don't know.
I don't remember either.
I don't know. Bye. Goodbye, patrons. Patreon.com/IRRNIANDILL. Blah.
Be number 25. It's a nice round number. Not round, but
It's round
it's a
enough.
more solid number than 24.
If we get up to 30, if we get up to 30 paid Patreon members, I will podcast shirtless for a month.
Shout out to Mark Green. Thanks for the Bucky's shorts. You'll be on next week anyway, but I'll thank you now.
Shout out to Bussies.
Badussy.